Last week we looked at automating our existing tilt blinds in HomeKit. This week we're going to look at more of an out-of-the-box, more premium solution with the Serena shades by Lutron. Now I'm going to add these to my HomeKit setup, and I'm even going to add a remote so I can open and close them from my light switches. We'll also do a little comparison between them and the Ikea shades later in the video, and we'll try to determine if these are worth the money. Let's go! Yo, what's up guys? Thanks so much for joining me. My name is Shane and this channel is all about building an easy smart home using Apple's HomeKit platform with new videos published every Sunday right here. Okay, so I've talked about Lutron a good bit before on this channel. I love their Caseta smart dimmer switches. We've also talked about their new outdoor plug, which I'm using to control my deck lights. We've talked about their Pico remotes and the fan switches. But did you know that Lutron also makes smart shades that do indeed support HomeKit also? The Serena smart shades by Lutron are a very premium, high-end solution for smart shades. Today we'll cover the price, ordering and installing them, using them with my HomeKit setup, and just my overall thoughts. I will put chapters down below just like always in case you want to skip around to any certain parts of this video. Now, full disclosure, Lutron did send me these shades so that I could test them out and share with you guys here on the channel, but that won't influence this video one way or another. You're going to get my honest thoughts and feedback just like always. So I'll be installing these two custom Serena roller shades on my bedroom windows where I previously had just some regular old tilt blinds. I'll also be connecting them to a Pico remote to give me added control of them from my existing wall switches. So it's always nice when you have smart products to have physical control for family members and things like that. So that'll be a nice touch to be able to control the blinds right from my wall switches. Now I'm excited about this installation because my existing blinds don't do a very good job at keeping out the light in the morning. So I'm really hoping that by using the blackout Serena shades, I'll be able to keep my bedroom darker in the mornings, as well as just giving me that smart home control where I can add this to automations and scenes and things like that. So the first great thing to note here about these is that they are custom made to order. They have resources online for you whether you decide to hire a professional or install them yourself. If you do go with a professional, you can request a free in-home consultation and have someone help you with just the whole process, including measuring, ordering the right shades, and the installation. If you decide to do it yourself, like I did, you can design and order your shades directly from Lutron on their site or even through others like Lowes.com, and they even have them for sale on Amazon. And they do make it pretty easy if you want to do it yourself. So I ordered mine through the Lutron website directly from Lutron. So when you first tap design and buy, you'll be asked to select the style of shades you want. You can choose between honeycomb, roller shades, or wood blinds. I believe the honeycomb also supports HomeKit, but currently the smart wood blinds do not, unfortunately. So we're going to select the roller shades, and here we need to input our measurements. There are really specific instructions for measuring that differ based on whether you need inside mounted or outside mounted shades. So definitely pay close attention to that and make sure you get good, accurate measurements at this point in the stage. Next, you get some power options. You can go here with battery powered or wired. We're going to go with the battery option. Now choose the mounting type. Mine is an inside mount that will fit inside the window frame. So you can also choose outside on frame or outside above the frame. Then we have a few headrail options. Now I should note that you can see over here the current price. And you can see it's already getting up there and it's not getting any cheaper as we move along. Now with that said, if you choose one of the fascia options here, we'll add an additional $125. Now I'm gonna go ahead and order the architectural fascia because I really like the way that looks and I want the cleanest look possible for the bedroom. Or let's just be honest, the wife said it better look good or it's not happening. So I'm going to go with this because this will look best for my bedroom. Next, choose the fabric style. Now you can choose your fabric and color, something I probably should have done, but didn't, is order a free fabric sample. So I recommend doing that just to be absolutely sure you like what you get. I basically just went with the whitest white I could find on here because that's the look I was going for. I chose the Nova color from the Luna Blackout collection. And then I chose white for my architectural fascia finish color. Now we can add some accessories. If you don't already have the Lutron bridge, you will need one of these to connect your shades to HomeKit or, other smart voice assistants. Of course, I already have one. This is the same bridge that I use for all of my Lutron wall switches, so I don't need to get another one here. But I do want to get a Pico remote that I can add to the wall so I can control my shades with that. So this is just like other Pico remotes that I've used, except it has this cool little shades icon on them. They also offer a bridge and Pico combo if you want both. I'll select the Pico remote, and then if you look at the accessories, you can see some other options. You can get one of these Pico wall box adapters if you want to add the Pico remote in an existing gang box, which is what I'm doing. So you can also get wall plates here if you need one of these. I actually already have this exact 3-gang wall plate in my bedroom, so I don't need another one. You can also get these little Pico remote pedestals if you want to maybe mount this on a table or some kind of surface like that somewhere. You can create an account and save your information and your order, or you can go ahead and place the order. You can see here that these are over $700 just for one window. I know, right? And this is a pretty standard size window. Not cheap. And we didn't even add the Lutron bridge to this. So, is what it is. They're not cheap, but again, these are custom made to order with lots of options, and because of that, shipping may take a little bit longer because they are made to order. Now, once you get them, they will come very well packaged to make sure they don't get damaged in shipping. So definitely take your time here and make sure you read through all the directions carefully, which is honestly something that I struggle with a little bit, but do take your time with this. One thing that's really cool is that they have a QR code here on the bracket that you can actually scan to see a video to help you with the installation. Now you will have to plan the location of your mounting screws. You want them so that they drill into studs or solid trim 3.5 to 5 inches from each side. For larger blinds over 48 inches, you'll need to plan additional screws for more support brackets in the middle. So there aren't pre-drilled holes in this. You'll have to drill your own holes in the bracket. I think that's just because there are various mounting options. For example, the inside window mount will need different holes in different locations than the outside mounted shades. So once you do that, just use the included mounting screws and screw them in. Now you can go ahead and put the shades into the mount. Now if you have a fascia, make sure you put that on first. And then you can snap them in pretty easily by putting the bottom, kind of in first and then sort of roll them up until they snap. If you're using a fascia, open that up and then you can kind of slide the brackets, the bracket locks into place. You'll hear a little click and then you can actually add your batteries in. Each one takes 8D batteries. Now we need to add them to the Lutron app. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a little button and an LED light here that should be blinking. Hold the button for 10 seconds to pair the shades. Once paired, you can add it to a room, change the name, and adjust the shades open and close limits if you want. Now, since these are custom made to order, they're pretty much right on point out of the box, but if you do need to make those little adjustments, you can do so right here. It's real easy to do. And since I already had the Lutron Caseta bridge, my new shades automatically appear in my home app, so I can control them here with Siri, add them to automations, or anything else that I want to do with my smart home. Siri, close the blinds. That quick. Next, I wanted to add that Pico remote to the wall. This is one of the cool things about Lutron and the Pico remotes that I like. So here I had this one 3-gang box in my bedroom with one switch that controls a wall outlet. I I never use this switch really, and I actually kind of prefer it to be left on all the time anyways. Now, disclaimer, if you're not comfortable with electricity, always consult a professional electrician before messing around with this kind of stuff. But ultimately, I just wired this switch to be always hot so that the outlet is always on. Then I added the Pico wall bracket there where the switch previously was. Put the wall plate back on, and now it looks great. Now I get that smooth control right from my light switches, as well as Siri and HomeKit and automations. So now I can geek out about these a little bit. They look amazing, but what's probably even more impressive is just how well they operate. These are truly incredible, I gotta say. The only word that really describes them, which I think I've already said at least once, is smooth. The camera doesn't really do it justice. But I'm telling you, when you're here in the room and you're seeing them operate, you just see them going up and down. They are so smooth. They are super quiet. I mean, you can hardly even hear them, and they move together in unison all the time. I'm super impressed with them. Now, the blackout shades definitely do a much better job at keeping out the light than the previous wood blinds that I had in there. There's still a little light that, spills through from the sides of the shades. I'm not sure if there's anything you can really do about that. Maybe if you had a professional come in and take like real precise measurements, they might be able to get, a little bit tighter of a fit. I don't know, but the room is definitely much darker nowadays with these blackout shades than it was before, which I just love. These shades do take a lot of batteries, which isn't great, but they say you should be able to expect over a year of battery life, maybe even over 2 years, depending on your usage. So, that's pretty good, but still something to consider if you do have these in especially like a high or a difficult to reach window. Installation was really not hard at all. I do think most people could probably handle it. They've got a lot of good instructions and stuff like that, good steps. The website's really well, so it's pretty easy to choose the right blinds, get the right measurements, and install them in your house. Now, if you've ever used the Lutron Caseta wall switches, you'll know how responsive and reliable they are thanks to that Lutron bridge and their Clear Connect wireless protocol. And these shades are just the same. They're super responsive with HomeKit and my automations. This reliability has really been fantastic here in the bedroom for these shades, especially if you ever need to close the blinds real quick for some reason. You just don't have to worry about them being slow or unresponsive at all, like all my Lutron dimmers, these things just work every time. I really love being able to open and close them with a HomePod Mini in the bedroom. All the Lutron stuff that I've used works great in HomeKit. I truly love my Lutron products, but they do come at a cost for sure. And I've spent a lot of my own money on Lutron stuff. Now, I can already see the comments. Dude, why would you pay for something like this? Just get the Ikea shades for a fraction of the price. And yeah, I would definitely consider that if you need something more on a budget. But I did actually try the Ikea shades also at one point in my living room. I know a lot of people speak highly of them, and I'll probably catch a little bit of heat in the comments for this, but I wasn't really a fan. I actually returned my Ikea shades. I ordered 2 of them. One was dead on arrival. It just never would power up at all. And in addition to that, there was only one color to choose from where I live, and that's gray. So they didn't really match the rest of my house and my living room where I was actually trying to put these at the time. And on top of that, the one that did work was a huge pain to connect to the smart IKEA hub. It was such a pain. I would say, hands down, probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had trying to connect a smart device to work with HomeKit. So when you compare that to something like the Lutron shades, you're gonna get what you pay for. So setup with Lutron was super easy, worked great. There are many different options for color, fabric, and size. So like if you need a really large size or something really kind of, different, then IKEA is not even gonna work for you anyways, because they don't do them custom like that. You just won't have the option. And lastly, these Lutron shades are much quieter than those Ikea shades were. So, you know, again, you get what you pay for. If you're more on a budget, check out the Ikea stuff. If you have the money to spend, the Lutron stuff is definitely more premium. They are much quieter, a lot more options. You pretty much know with these what you're gonna get. You know, if you pony up, spend the money, they're gonna work well, and they're gonna work probably for a long time. These are possibly the nicest smart home product that I've used to date in my home. And I've used a few smart home products. I could definitely see investing in these for something like a media room or a bedroom, or just, you know, if you have a high-end luxury smart home you're building, this is the way to go if you can afford it. Again, that HomeKit integration has been flawless. I do wish their wood blinds supported HomeKit, as I am obviously a fan of like the wood tilt blinds. Maybe one day they'll add HomeKit support to those since they have it for the others. That would be nice. But either way, these shades here have been such a nice addition to the bedroom, and I'm just honestly continuously blown away at how well they operate and just how smooth they actually are. If this is something you can afford, well, they are amazing. I think you'll definitely love them. If you want to check out a more budget-friendly option for automating your existing tilt blinds or roller shades, then check out my recent video where I did just that in my living and dining room areas. I'll put that video right up here if you want to check that out. Subscribe if you haven't already for new HomeKit videos every Sunday. If you want to support this channel even further, hit that join button for more details on becoming a channel member and get behind the scenes, early access to new videos, and access to our members only Discord community. Big thank you to all of our current channel members, and thank you so much for watching today. Until next time, we'll see y'all later.